Boy cries over dying dog. Then vet notices this and rushes to save him. The sun, a giant orb of molten gold, dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the rolling hills and painting the sky with a breathtaking canvas of fiery orange, deep crimson, and soft lavender. 10-year-old Billy, his face flushed with the joy of a day spent outdoors, raced across the fields, his laughter echoing through the stillness of the approaching twilight, a sound as pure and carefree as the birdsong that filled the air. Beside him, his faithful companion, Rusty, a golden retriever with a coat as radiant as the setting sun and a heart as pure as the driven snow, bounded with boundless energy, his tail wagging like a flag signaling the arrival of happiness. Billy and Rusty were inseparable, two souls intertwined, their lives a tapestry woven with threads of shared adventures, quiet moments of companionship, and the unwavering loyalty that only a dog can offer. They were two halves of a whole, each completing the other, their bond a testament to the profound connection that can exist between a boy and his dog. Their days were filled with the simple joys of childhood, the kind of carefree adventures that weave themselves into the fabric of memory, becoming cherished treasures to be revisited in the quiet moments of adulthood. They explored the woods behind their house, a realm of towering trees and hidden pathways, where they built forts out of fallen branches, transforming themselves into fearless knights defending their realm against imaginary dragons and mischievous goblins. They swam in the creek on hot summer days, the cool water a welcome respite from the scorching sun, Rusty's golden fur glistening like liquid gold as he paddled with joyful abandon, his barks of delight echoing through the tranquil valley. And they shared quiet evenings on the porch swing, the rhythmic creaking a lullaby to their souls, Billy confiding his hopes and dreams to his furry confidant, his voice a whisper against the backdrop of chirping crickets and the distant hoot of an owl. Rusty, in turn, would listen with unwavering attention, his head cocked slightly, his brown eyes reflecting the moonlight, his presence a silent promise of unconditional love and support. Rusty wasn't just a pet. He was Billy's best friend, his confidant, his protector, a furry guardian angel watching over him with unwavering devotion. He was a furry extension of Billy's soul, a mirror reflecting the boy's emotions, his joys and sorrows, his hopes and fears. They shared a bond that transcended words, a connection forged in the crucible of shared experiences, unspoken understanding, and the unwavering loyalty that only a dog can offer. Rusty hadn't always been a part of Billy's life. He came to them as a 5-year-old rescue dog, his past shrouded in mystery, his soulful gaze hinting at a life that hadn't always been filled with kindness. Billy, a shy and introspective child, had been hesitant at first, unsure of this large, furry creature who had suddenly entered his world, his presence disrupting the quiet rhythm of their family life. But Rusty, with his gentle demeanor, his patient nature, and his unwavering affection, quickly chipped away at the boy's reservations, winning him over with a gentle nudge of a wet nose, a playful lick to the hand, and a soft whimper that tugged at the boy's heartstrings. They spent their days exploring the wonders of their small town, a place where time seemed to move at a slower pace, a haven from the hustle and bustle of the city, where neighbors knew each other by name, where children played freely in the streets, and where the changing seasons painted the landscape with a vibrant palette of colors. They wandered through the fields, Rusty's golden fur blending seamlessly with the tall grasses as he chased butterflies with childlike enthusiasm, his joyful barks echoing through the meadows. They visited the old ice cream parlor, a relic of a bygone era, its worn wooden floors and vintage decor whispering tales of simpler times, Billy sharing his cone with his furry companion, Rusty lapping at the melting drips with delighted gusto, his tail wagging in appreciation of the sweet treat. And they sat by the riverbank, the gentle murmur of the flowing water a soothing balm to their souls, watching the sunlight dance on the ripples, their shared silence a testament to their deep connection. A language spoken without words, a symphony of understanding that only two souls intertwined could comprehend. Rusty became Billy's confidant, a silent listener to the boy's hopes, dreams, and fears, a furry shoulder to lean on when the world seemed overwhelming. Billy, who struggled to make friends at school, his quiet nature often mistaken for aloofness, found solace in Rusty's unwavering companionship. He would pour his heart out to his furry friend, sharing his anxieties about schoolyard bullies, their taunts echoing in his ears long after the school bell had rung, his excitement about his latest Lego creation, a testament to his imagination and creativity, and his dreams of becoming an astronaut, soaring through the vast expanse of the universe, exploring distant planets and unraveling the mysteries of the cosmos. Rusty, in turn, offered unconditional love and unwavering support, his presence a constant source of comfort and reassurance. He would listen patiently, his head cocked to one side, his brown eyes filled with understanding and empathy, as if he could truly comprehend the boy's worries and share in his dreams. He would offer a comforting nudge with his wet nose, a gentle lick to Billy's hand, or a playful bark that chased away the boy's worries like a flock of startled birds. As the years passed, their bond deepened, their connection growing stronger with each passing season, each shared experience weaving another thread into the intricate tapestry of their friendship. Rusty became an integral part of Billy's life, a constant presence through the ups and downs of childhood, furry guardian angel watching over him with unwavering devotion, his love a beacon of light guiding the boy through the sometimes turbulent waters of childhood. One summer, Billy's grandfather, a weathered old man with a twinkle in his eye that mirrored the mischievous glint in Rusty's gaze, and a heart full of stories that could transport Billy to faraway lands and bygone eras, came to visit. He was a retired farmer, his hands rough and calloused from years of toil, his face a roadmap of wrinkles etched by time and experience, each line telling a story of a life well lived. He had a deep love for animals, a respect for their gentle spirits and unwavering loyalty, a connection forged through years of working alongside them on the farm, their lives intertwined in a symbiotic dance of mutual dependence and respect. He quickly formed a bond with Rusty, recognizing in the dog a kindred spirit, a gentle soul with a heart as big as the open fields he had once roamed. They would spend hours together, Grandpa and Rusty, their companionship a symphony of shared silence and unspoken understanding. Grandpa would sit on the porch swing, his weathered hands gently stroking Rusty's fur, the rhythmic creaking of the swing a lullaby to their souls. He would spin tales of his childhood, of mischievous farm animals who outwitted their human caretakers, of daring adventures in the nearby woods, where he would track elusive rabbits and climb towering trees, and of the simple joys of life on the farm, where the changing seasons dictated the rhythm of their days, and the land provided sustenance and solace. Rusty would listen intently, his head resting on Grandpa's lap, his tail thumping a gentle rhythm against the wooden floorboards, his presence a comforting weight against the old man's legs. Grandpa, with his infinite patience and gentle wisdom, taught Billy how to care for Rusty, how to groom his fur, each stroke a gesture of love and appreciation, how to train him with patience and kindness, rewarding good behavior with praise and affection, and how to recognize the subtle cues in his dog's body language, the tilt of his head, the wag of his tail, the subtle nuances that spoke volumes about his emotions and needs. He instilled in Billy a deep respect for animals, a sense of responsibility for their well-being, and an understanding of the profound bond that can exist between humans and their animal companions, a bond that transcends species and speaks to the shared essence of life that unites all living creatures. One evening, as the sun cast long shadows across the porch, painting the scene in hues of gold and amber, Grandpa turned to Billy, his eyes filled with the wisdom of a life well lived, his voice rough but kind, like the bark of an old oak tree. "Billy," he said, his words hanging in the air, heavy with meaning, "Rusty is more than just a pet. He's your family, your friend, your protector. Cherish every moment you have with him. For a dog's love is a precious gift, a treasure to be held close to your heart, a bond that will enrich your life in ways you can't even imagine." Billy, his young heart filled with a newfound understanding, his eyes brimming with tears of gratitude and love, hugged Rusty tightly, his arms encircling the dog's neck, his tears soaking the dog's fur. He vowed to cherish every moment with his beloved companion, to create a lifetime of memories filled with laughter, adventure, and unwavering love, a tapestry woven with threads of golden fur and the unwavering loyalty of a true friend. But fate, it seemed, had other plans, a twist of events that would test the strength of their bond and push their love to its limits. One day, as Billy and Rusty ventured into the woods, their laughter echoing through the trees, a storm gathered on the horizon, its approach as silent and ominous as a predator stalking its prey. The sky, once a canvas of cheerful blue, darkened with brooding clouds, their heavy presence casting an eerie pall over the landscape. A rumble of thunder, like the growl of a slumbering giant, echoed through the valley, sending shivers down Billy's spine. The wind picked up, swirling the leaves into a frenzy, their rustling whispers a warning of the impending tempest. Billy, his carefree spirit dampened by the sudden change in atmosphere, clung to Rusty, seeking comfort in his furry embrace. Rusty, sensing his young friend's fear, responded with unwavering loyalty and love. He licked away the tears that welled up in Billy's eyes, his warm tongue a soothing balm against the boy's trembling cheeks. He nudged him gently with his wet nose, guiding him towards the safety of their home, his instincts telling him to seek shelter from the approaching storm. They ran through the downpour, the rain soaking their fur and clothes, the once familiar path transformed into a muddy track. But Billy felt safe in Rusty's presence, his fear melting away with every reassuring lick and gentle nudge, replaced by a sense of gratitude for his loyal companion, his furry guardian angel. As they reached the porch, a bolt of lightning, a jagged streak of white-hot energy, struck a nearby tree, the deafening crack echoing through the air like a gunshot, the blinding flash momentarily erasing the world from view. Rusty, in a selfless act of bravery, his instincts overriding any sense of self-preservation, pushed Billy out of harm's way, shielding him from the deadly surge of electricity with his own body. Billy, thrown clear of the blast, landed on the soft grass, his ears ringing with the deafening thunderclap. He looked up, his vision blurred by tears and rain, and saw Rusty lying motionless on the porch, his golden fur singed, his body limp. He cried out, his voice raw with fear and despair, a primal scream that tore through the storm's fury, but Rusty didn't move. Billy's world crumbled around him, his heart shattering into a million pieces, each shard reflecting the image of his beloved dog lying lifeless on the porch. He scrambled to his feet, his legs trembling, and rushed to Rusty's side. He knelt beside his furry friend, his small hands cradling Rusty's head, his fingers gently stroking the dog's soft fur. He whispered words of love and gratitude, his voice choked with sobs, his tears mingling with the rain that continued to fall, a relentless torrent mirroring the storm raging within his heart. He begged Rusty to wake up, to wag his tail, to lick away his tears, to offer him the comfort and reassurance that only his beloved dog could provide. But Rusty remained still, his once vibrant spirit seemingly extinguished, his golden fur dulled by the rain, his eyes closed in eternal slumber. Billy's parents, alerted by the commotion and the deafening thunderclap, rushed out onto the porch, their faces etched with worry and concern. Their hearts sank at the sight of their son kneeling beside his lifeless dog, his small body racked with sobs, his cries a heart-wrenching symphony of grief and despair. They knelt beside him, their arms encircling him in a protective embrace, their words of comfort lost in the storm of his sorrow. Billy refused to leave Rusty's side. He clung to his furry friend, his grip as tight as a lifeline, his tears soaking Rusty's fur, each drop a testament to the depth of his love and the immensity of his loss. He begged his parents to do something, anything, to bring Rusty back, his voice filled with a desperate plea that tore at their hearts. His parents, heartbroken for their son, their own tears flowing freely, decided to take Rusty to the local animal hospital, a beacon of hope in the midst of their despair. They gently pried Rusty from Billy's grasp, their touch as tender as a butterfly's wing, their voices soothing and reassuring, promising him that they would do everything in their power to save his beloved friend. Billy, his eyes red and swollen, his face streaked with tears and rain, watched as his parents carried Rusty away, his heart heavy with fear and uncertainty. He felt a part of him being torn away, a void opening within him that threatened to swallow him whole. At the animal hospital, the veterinarian, a kind woman with gentle hands that had healed countless creatures, and a compassionate heart that understood the profound bond between humans and animals, examined Rusty. She listened intently for a heartbeat, her stethoscope pressed against the dog's chest, her brow furrowed in concentration. And then, amidst the silence, a faint thump, a flicker of life amidst the stillness, a whisper of hope in the face of despair. She explained to Billy's parents that Rusty had suffered a severe shock, his body ravaged by the powerful surge of electricity. But there was a slim chance, a glimmer of hope, that he could recover. It would be a long and arduous journey, filled with uncertainty and challenges. But there was a chance, however small, that Rusty could pull through. They decided to keep Rusty overnight, monitoring his condition closely, their hopes hanging by a thread, their prayers whispered into the quiet stillness of the examination room. Billy, his heart filled with a fragile glimmer of hope, refused to leave Rusty's side. He sat beside the examination table, his hand resting gently on Rusty's fur, his touch a silent promise of unwavering support. He talked to him, his voice soft and soothing, sharing stories of their adventures, their laughter echoing in the quiet room, a reminder of the joy they had shared. He sang him songs, his voice trembling with a mixture of fear and hope, the melodies a lullaby to his furry friend's troubled soul. And he read him stories, his voice filled with emotion, the words painting vivid pictures in his mind, hoping that the familiar tales would offer comfort and reassurance to his beloved companion. As the night wore on, the storm outside subsided, the rain slowing to a gentle drizzle, the thunder fading into a distant rumble. Inside the animal hospital, a different kind of storm raged, a battle between life and death, hope and despair. Rusty's breathing grew shallower, his heartbeat fainter, his body struggling to hold on. Billy, exhausted but determined, refused to give up hope. He knew that Rusty needed him, that his presence was a source of comfort and strength, a beacon of love guiding him through the darkness. And then, as the first rays of dawn painted the sky with a soft, hopeful glow, a miracle unfolded. Rusty's eyelids fluttered open, his brown eyes, once filled with life and joy, now clouded with confusion. And pain met Billy's gaze. His tail, limp and lifeless just moments before, gave a weak thump against the examination table, a signal of life, a flicker of recognition. Billy's heart soared with joy, his tears flowing freely, a torrent of relief and gratitude washing over him. He hugged his beloved dog, his grip gentle but filled with an overwhelming sense of love and relief, his whispers of "You're okay, Rusty, you're okay," echoing in the quiet room. The veterinarian, witnessing this heartwarming reunion, her own eyes brimming with tears, explained that Rusty's recovery was nothing short of remarkable, a testament to his strong spirit, his unwavering will to live, and the profound love of his young owner. She explained that Billy's presence had played a crucial role in Rusty's recovery, his voice and touch offering comfort and encouragement during the darkest hours, his love a lifeline that had pulled Rusty back from the brink. Billy and Rusty returned home, their bond forged in the fires of adversity, their love stronger than ever. They resumed their adventures, their laughter echoing through the fields and woods, their presence a beacon of hope and resilience, a testament to the enduring power of friendship and the unwavering loyalty that can exist between a boy and his dog. Rusty lived for many more years, his presence a constant source of joy and comfort in Billy's life. His golden fur gradually turning silver, his gait slowing with age, but his spirit as bright as ever. They grew old together, their bond deepening with each passing season, their love a testament to the enduring power of friendship and the unwavering loyalty that can exist between a boy and his dog. And even when Rusty finally crossed the Rainbow Bridge, his memory lived on in Billy's heart, a cherished treasure, a reminder of the profound impact a dog can have on a human life, a testament to the miracle that happened on that stormy night, a miracle born of love, loyalty, and the unbreakable bond between a boy and his dog.